Hello friends, welcome to part 3 of Laravel 13 series in which we are creating the AI powered e-commerce website. So in this part we are going to plan the database and we are going to see the structure of core tables that we are going to add for our Laravel 13 series. Okay, so we will design and plan the complete database structure for our project. Before creating migration, it is very important to clearly understand what tables we need, how they are connected, and how flexible our system will be. A well-designed database ensures clean architecture and keeps our system flexible for future features. Okay, so these are the core e-commerce tables that we are going to add for our e-commerce system. Okay, so we are going to add the categories table that will store the product categories. These categories can be something like t-shirts, tops, or anything, any clothing categories or any electronics categories like mobiles, laptops. Okay, and the products are like we can see the red casual t-shirt, that is the part of the t-shirt, or we can say the iPhone 17 mobile. Okay, so that is the part of the electronics. So all these we are going to store in the products table with their name, price, description, and the product underscore images that will store the multiple images of every product for each product. Customers, that will store the customer account details, customer information, the customers who are going to register in our e-commerce website. Orders will store the order summary like total amount, status, order ID, and more order information. Order items, so the order will have the main details of the orders, and order items will is going to have that order products, the products that the user are going to order. So those order product details we are going to store in the order underscore items table. Okay, so it stores individual products inside each order. Cards, so this is the temporary card in which the user is going to add products. Okay, so we are going to store the card items before checkout, and if the user is not logged in, then we are going to store the session ID of the user in this cards table, and after login we are going to store the user ID of the user in this card table. And reviews, so we are going to store product ratings as well as the reviews in the reviews table. So attributes and products variants, so this is very important for our database design. Attributes and variants we are going to store separately, and attributes we are going to add the dynamic system manage attributes from the admin panel. That attributes can be something like fabric, pattern, sleeve, material, and these attributes also we are going to use as the dynamic filters. Okay, for the listing page of our e-commerce website we can use these attributes as well. Here you can see the fabric, cotton polyester, sleeve, half sleeve, full sleeve, pattern, printed, plain. These attributes will mainly use for product filtering and search improvement, like I have explained earlier. We will not implement filtering right now, but we are preparing the database for it. Product variants, so these are the product variants, like we are going to store the size, price, stock, SKU. For every product we are going to store the variants. See, every product will have the sizes like small, medium, large. So all these sizes we are going to store in this product underscore variants table. Okay, along with their SKU, price, as well as the stock, because all will vary. So one size will have one price, like small size is having the 1000 price, and the medium size is having the 1100 price. So price can vary for every product size. So that's why we are going to store separately in product underscore variance table. Suppose variant one, this is the red t-shirt that we're going to add, and it's having the small size, and this small size is having this SKU, and it's having the 10 stock, and price is 1000. So it's medium size is having this SKU, and it's having the 20 stock, and its price is 1100. Okay, so such kind of details we're going to store in the preference coverage table. So these are the supporting tables that we are going to add later on, but right now we need to understand that these are going to be the part of our e-commerce 13 series. Okay, so this is the wish list we will add. We will save the products. User can save the products for later use. Coupons, these store we can able to store the coupon codes, and discount rules we can able to define from the admin panel. So coupon usage tracks which user used which coupon. So that's why we're going to create such table. Addresses stores multiple shipping addresses for users. Payments stored payment transaction like Razorpay, Stripe, or PayPal. Okay, so all these transactions will be stored in the payments table. Vendors, this one is for the future multi-vendor support. So we are going to create the vendors table as well to store the seller information. So this is very important. AI based table. We will also add the AI based table in our e-commerce series, as we are going to make it AI powered project. Okay, so we are going to have the AI product contents. It will store the AI generator product description and SEO meta tags. So all these we are going to get from the AI itself. Okay, and will store in the AI product contents table. And AI recommendations, so this one will store the recommended products based on user behavior. Okay, so it will tell the user, every user, based on its behavior, it is going to tell that these products are recommended for you. So for this also we are going to create this AI underscore recommendations table as well. So AI search logs store user search data for improving AI results. Okay, for improving the AI results, we are going to have this table AI search logs as well. So these are the relations that we are going to define between the tables. Like one category will have the many products, many relation, one to many relation between category and products, one to many relation between product and images. One product can have multiple images. One to many relation between customer and orders. One customer can place many orders. One to many relation between order and order items. So one order can have multiple items. So the relation between the order and order items is one to many. So variants relationship, one product may have the many variants. So this is the one to many relation between the product and variants. So each variant will store its size, price, stock, and SKU, like I have explained earlier as well. So additional relationship that we are going to add, one customer can have the card items, can have the multiple items in the cart. So the relation between customer and card we are going to define. We will define the relation between the customer and wish list. We will define the relation between the customer and addresses, and we will define the relation between the order as order and payment. Okay. So attributes and variants serve different purposes. Attributes we are going to use for filtering as well, like I have explained earlier. We will add these attributes, fabric, sleeve, and we'll make them, we will use them as filters as well in the product listing page, so that user can able to select the specific filter to get the desired result. Okay, so the variants we are going to add like size, price, and products. Okay, so what we plan in this part: identified all required tables, designed dynamic attribute system, implemented variant based inventory system, cover real world features, wishlist, coupons, payments, design flexible and future ready architecture, prepared for migration in next part. Okay, so I will tell you once again that what we have done in this part. Like if we are going to add one t-shirt, red casual t-shirt. So this is the t-shirt that we are going to add in our e-commerce website that we are building in Laravel 13. For this specific t-shirt, we are going to add, first of all, we are going to learn that for this specific t-shirt, we are going to add in the products table. So we are going to create the products table for it, and this t-shirt we are going to add inside one category. Okay, so we are going to add the category like suppose t-shirts. So for this we are going to create one table, that is the categories table. Okay, we are going to create in which we are going to add the multiple categories, and we will also support these subcategories as well up to two levels. Like we are going to add these subcategories. See here, we are going to add one clothing as the category. Under clothing, we are going to add one t-shirts category. Okay, subcategory as t-shirt. Okay, so this one we are going to add for our e-commerce website. It we can further make it more options, like we can add men, women, as well as the kids as the category, and under men we can add the clothing, and under clothing we can add the t-shirt. Okay, so this one also we can do it like this, because many of the website do it like this. Like if I am going to check the Mantra website. Okay, I'm going to check its layout. See here, man, woman, kids. So we are going to make it like this. Okay. So that will completely make our category structure professional. Okay. Men. So man is the category. Under men, we are going to add the subcategory clothing, and under clothing, we are going to add this subcategory t-shirt. Okay. So that is the category structure that we are going to add, and all these category structure, and for this we are going to add the categories table. In categories table itself, we are going to define this complete category structure. Okay. So after this, variants. So then comes the variants. Okay. So for variants, we will create the table like variants or product underscore variants, whatever it is. Okay. Products underscore variants or variants. Okay. That we will decide later on. So here in this one, now see every product is having the different variants, different sizes, and their size will have the different prices. Okay, so like we are going to add first size. In that size we are going to add like small, okay, medium, large. These are the sizes that we're going to add for this product. And then this SKU will be something like R001 for this one, for S like this, R001 for M for medium, R01 L for large. Okay. And after this, we are going to add stock. Stock is something 10, 20, 10. Okay, like the small size is having the 10 stock, medium is having 20, and large is having 10. Now after that we are going to add the price, and price for small, like suppose 1000 INR or $10, and for medium may something more than small, and large may be something more than medium, that may be the 1200. Okay, so price vary for every size. So these are the variants that we are going to add. These are the important tables for our e-commerce website. Okay, so after that we are going to add the filters, or we can say the attributes. Okay, attributes will also will be can be added. We will give the option that any attribute can be made as a filter as well. Okay, now in attributes we are going to dynamically add the attributes like fabric, pattern, or whatever, sleeve. Okay, so anything we can able to add from the admin panel. Other tables are the coupons, wish list, and all are the secondary tables that we are going to add. Okay, so these are the tables that we are going to add for our e-commerce website. Okay, so I hope that somewhat database structure is clear to you, and we are going to start working on these table structure from the next part. Okay, we will start creating these tables one by one, and we will also add some dummy data with Seeder as well. And after creating all the tables with migration and adding all the data with Seeder, then we will start modifying our enemy panel, and we'll add categories as well as the products in the enemy panel. And after that, we will start working on the front end of our e-commerce website, and we'll also work on the AI powered modules and the multi-vendor system later on. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you. That's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.